The first lesson in this kit introduces students to the unit of objects and materials by having students create a spy scope, which they will use to help them focus their attention on one particular object at a time, similar to the game I Spy that many of us have played while on road trips. A video clip of a student explaining how to make a spy scope is included in the digital kit manual for this lesson. This video could be shown to students to get them interested in spy scopes, and it could be a pretty cool moment for students to see that the person making the spy scope tutorial video is not much older than they are. From there, students take on the role of explorers who are in search of objects made out of a specific material. The teacher will identify an everyday object in the classroom that is made from a certain kind of material and give a couple clues to help students identify the same object. For example, if the object is a sink faucet, then I might call out, "I spy something made from metal." And I could also optionally look in the direction of the object with my spy scope to help guide students to the general area of the room. Students could then use their spy scopes to look for the object from a stationary position. Students should take care not to walk with their spy scopes up against their eye, as there's a chance they could bump into something and poke their eye with the scope. Another option beyond spy scopes would be to offer students access to hand lenses so they can see the objects in greater detail. Hand lenses can be found in your supplemental science kit, which remains in your classroom from year to year. As you lead this activity, take note of the accuracy of student responses and any misconceptions that may pop up. Do students think objects made out of metal are always colored silver? Can students identify that a bendy object, like a flimsy ruler, and a sturdy object, like the handles on a pair of scissors, can both be made out of plastic? Once the activity has gone through a few rounds, consider some variations if time allows. A student volunteer could call out the object, and the rest of the class could try to identify it. Or students could form small groups, and each take turns calling out an object for the rest of their group to find. After this activity, gather students together and create a whole class chart of the different objects that were identified. List the objects by name on the chart, and then ask students to identify what materials the object is made from, and have students think about reasons why that material is a good choice for the object. Like how students' desk legs are made out of metal, because metal is strong and sturdy. Another question we could ask is what would happen if the objects were made from different materials, like if the desk legs were made out of paper instead of metal. Student responses could be recorded on this class chart next to the object, and this chart could be displayed for the rest of the unit, so students have the opportunity to look at, add to, and revise their thinking as they gain more of an understanding of the properties of materials.